Welcome to the Marketing Pulpit Show, and I am Robert Gatewood, your host. We are here every Friday at 10:30 a.m. bringing you the good of marketing gospel. We're not saving souls, we're saving businesses, saving jobs, saving our community. Now, if I happen to save a soul along the way, don't hold that against me. We'll just call that icing on the cake. Now, the mission at Marketing Pulpit Show is to build strong businesses in our community so that we can put our people to work. And we do that with business development, job creation, and service. So if you ever find yourself in a business crossroads and not sure which way to turn, just turn on the Marketing Pulpit Show because we're on a mission. The show is broadcast live from the illustrious Radio 1 studio. Good morning. Welcome to the Marketing Pulpit Show. I'm Robert Gatewood, your host. Here every Friday at 10:30 a.m. bringing you the good marketing gospel. I'm not saying souls. My dad used to do that. He was a Baptist minister. Matter of fact, that's how the show got its name. Marketing Pulpit Show. We got a great show lined up today. We are here every Friday. I am a business developer by trade. I have a company called Gatewood Marketing and Web. You can find out more about me by going to marketingpulpit.com or going to gatewoodmarketing.com. You can also find me on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, all over the place. And definitely go to YouTube. We have a great archive of past shows there. And you can find out more about the show and check out some blurbs. And welcome. I also have I'm a business developer. And I also teach marketing. I'm a professor at Prince George's Community College where I teach courses on public relations, communications, digital marketing, marketing strategies, networking, social media strategies, you name it. This is what I do. I've written a couple of books also, and I dabble in the government space as a contractor with the Small Business Administration and work with quite a few agencies, FAA, Department of Labor. And so it's all part of my purpose, my mission, my reason for being. And I'm glad to be here today. Got a great show lined up today. We want to talk about mind over matter. Sometimes you just got to put your mind in it. A lot of things that we are bumping our heads against the wall about, and we're fighting these roadblocks, and things aren't moving along as well as they should. Sometimes we just have to put our minds to it. And I'll tell you, a big part of success in business and just about any discipline of your life comes down to mindset. Have you set your mind on accomplishing what you're trying to do? Just doing the lip service and doing the perfunctory things just to say I did it. Somebody told me this is the way it should work. But if you committed your mind to it, you come with that mindset. So we're going to talk about what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the 10 plus 1 commandments of entrepreneurial mindsets. You want to stick around for that. So a lot of things you're doing that aren't performing as planned or as desired, sometimes it comes down to mindset. Also, check out the show on, go to marketingpulpit.com, get the show live right on the homepage. Also, you can go to the various social media platforms. And also check out the business directory, mpi.bz. You can get your name in that directory so we can shout you out. And I also want to thank our sponsors, BLE Executive Suite, who's having their 15-year anniversary this year on December 28th. If you haven't already, and you're in the DC area, go to marketingpulpit.com. You'll see a banner on the right side talking about the 15-year anniversary of BLE. We invite you to come out. Matter of fact, I'll be there emceeing. And also my brothers will be coming up from North Carolina, the Gatewood Brothers Singing Group. They're going to be providing some entertainment, singing some good old soul music, some Commodores, and OJs, and Ted Pendergrass. Man, it's going to be quite an affair. So come on out. It's a night to remember. It's December 28th at 7 o'clock at the Martin's Crosswinds in Greenbelt, Maryland. So get over and get yourself a ticket. You know, this time of year, if you haven't gotten yourself a good old party on your belt yet, this is the one. Live entertainment, open bar, free drinks from 7 to 8 o'clock, uh, good old networking, and just breaking bread with some very successful and community-minded people. So get on over there and register, and I look forward to seeing you there on December 28th at Martin's Crosswinds. Let's see here. We're going to talk about a few things in the news, and we also want to remind you again about the topic today of the marketing sermon, the 10 plus 1 commandments of a marketing mindset if you're an entrepreneur. I found this out later in life because you go through school, you learn what's in the books. The books tell you that what the right, cursive writing, but they didn't really spend a lot of time on the power that your mindset had over your success and accomplishing your goals. And that gets very acute when you get into business and you have so much riding on the line and you're doing everything. You feel like you're doing everything you should be doing. You're following the books, you're taking the steps. But if your mind is not in it, it's not going to have the optimum outcome. So we're going to talk about that later in the show. So hang around, hang around. Let's say hello to a couple of folks. I see Platinum. Good morning, Marilyn. She's a comedian, speaker, dynamic individual. And she says congratulations to you and the brothers. And come on out here, Platinum. Come on out here and join us. Break bread with us on the 28th at Martin's Crosswinds. Mr. Brown said he has his tickets. Mr. Brown, I am so looking forward to seeing you at the gala. We're gonna have ourselves a good time. Mr. Brown, really been a big supporter of the show, and he and have great individual, Alternative Plumbing. So looking forward to seeing him at the event. Platten says, "Okay, come on out there, Platten. We'd love to see you on the 28th. Anybody, come on out. This will be a good chance to break bread with myself and BLE Executive Suites, Miss Bernadette Clay, amazing individual. She has the 4 amazing locations in the DC area. 3 locations. One at the National Harbor, Laurel, College Park. These are office suites that provide mailbox services, accounting services, phone services, name it. And she has been a big component of business success in the Washington area. Now, if you want to get the tickets, you can go to marketingpulpit.com. And on the right side, you see a banner. Go to the right side, scroll down, and just click on that banner. It will take you to the place where you pick up your tickets. And be glad to have you come out and join us. Thank you very much for that interest. We'll see you the 28th of December. It's the time between Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. Good time. I mean, many people have to work. They got the Christmas out, looking for somewhere to wear them. It's before the event. A lot of people won't go out on New Year's Eve anymore. So it's a good point to celebrate the holiday and bring in 2025 in the right spirit. I think I was sponsored DC Live fingerprints, passport, and photos and notary services out of Hyattsville. You can find them also in the business directory as one of our featured sponsors. And if you want to be a sponsor or just get your name in the directory, go to mpi.bz. You can also get that information on marketingpulpit.com. Everything's on marketingpulpit.com. If you want to find out more about the show, you can do the show. The sponsors, the events we talk about. Is that First Friday event last week. I do that first Friday every month here at BLE. And I'm also the MC and one of the facilitators of that event. Let's talk about some items in the news as we bring you the news every week so that we can make sure we stay informed. Let's see here. Household wealth hits a new record in the United States. It has climbed to the highest level ever, according to Bloomberg. That's quite an accomplishment. So that means the country right now is doing better than it's ever done. People have more money than they've ever had. average. Of course, some individuals may struggle here and there, but from a collective, the country, the households have more money in the bank now than they've ever had. Well, thank goodness people chose the price of an egg over their household wealth. Hmm. I'm being a little sarcastic, but seriously, if you base the viability of your financial well-being on the price of an egg, I think you may have set your sights a little low. You got to look at the big picture. You got to look at how much money in the bank. You got to look at your net worth, the value of your home, the value of your stocks or investments, and things like that. Of course, I have a good egg as much as the next person, but I'm not so quick to buy into the propaganda that we should decide the future and the future of our children based on the price of an egg. I mean, I'm just saying. Oh yeah, school funny that whatever you want to call it. I think we should look at bigger, the aggregate of how we're doing versus one KPI such as the price of an egg. Just saying. Well, let's see. Health insurer decline. Health insurer denials have increased. In other words, not only are patients complaining about these denials, health insurance, doctors are complaining too. They're saying that the claims have for denials have increased 20% for private health plans and 56% for Medicare Advantage plans between 2020 to 2023. In other words, these healthcare companies, these insurance companies, are denying more claims than ever. And of course, this has been front after this assassination of this United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. But what it did is just open up a flood, people complaining, and it kind of grabbed, ripped the scab off a wound that had been festering for some time now. And this is the one of the underpinning stories of it. AI, artificial intelligence, has been used more frequently, and it has been contributed to this quick denial of claims. In other words, since they've been using AI, they can reject you in just a few seconds. Oop, broke your leg? Oop, we're not for We're not paying it. Got cancer? Oop, pre-existing condition. We're denying it. So anyway, AI has become the bad guy in this story. So AI, the person, they should be looking around corners and peeping over shoulders. So they're coming for your AI. Stop all that denying claims. Here's an interesting story. Fewer remote workers are seeing raises than people who are working in the office. That's right. So if you work in the office, your chances of getting a raise is higher than if you're working remotely. But I think that's just kind of a form of microaggression to get people to coming back into the office. These companies have been trying all kind of tricks to get people back into the office. And I'll tell you the truth. That's a very interesting story to watch. It's like everything affects everything. So if people aren't coming to the office, that means these office buildings are vacant. And then if the office buildings are vacant, people get laid off. If people aren't coming to the office, they're not buying lunch, so the restaurant industry is affected. So you have people like the mayor of Washington, D.C., Muriel Bowser. Jesus, she's really lobbying to get the federal government to bring these people back to work because it's affecting the local economy. So I think there is no, what that old saying, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if you're looking to get a raise, or if your long-term goal is to work for a certain individual or certain company, I'm just gonna take a stab and say, you probably should dust off the Metro Fare card, get your little lunch bucket, square, get your little dry ice and stuff, pack your iron your suit, and you're going to be going back to the office pretty soon. If being employed by a company, particularly the federal government, some big agency, is your goal. And if you want to get a raise, you're probably going to have to get back into the office. I'm just saying. I'm just. All right, let's take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about our sermon in a second. We're going to talk about the 10 plus 1 commandments of business entrepreneurial mindset. I'm going to give you some tips on you might do a little self-evaluation and see how many boxes you might check to see if you have the right mindset to succeed in business. I'll be the first one to say some of these things aren't innate. Some of them you're not going to kind of develop. But I can also say the longer you're in this fight, this struggle, this chase, the better you become and the more solid your mind becomes. So hang on a second. We're going to take a quick break. Give you a quick advertisement. We're going to show you a little bit more information about the event coming up on the 28th of December. So hang on. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. This is the Marketing Pulpit Show. I'm Robert Gate with your host, and we are here every Friday at 10:30 a.m. bringing you the good marketing gospel. I am a business developer by trade. I help companies in the business space. Been doing this for 25 plus years, and this is what I do. And I'm honored to be able to share this information on my show on a weekly basis to help others take advantage of some of the experience and knowledge that I've accumulated over the years. One of those things that I've accumulated over the years is the belief that you need the right mindset to succeed, not only in business, but in whatever your endeavors happen to be, whether it's to start a business, to get education, personal relationships, and so forth. Your mindset plays a major role in your ability to accomplish your goals and to be successful. So I'm going to give you what I call the 10 commandments of a business mindset, and you may apply these to some of your other aspirations as well. Number one is to always have a purpose, a clear vision, and goals of where you're trying to go. That is foundational. Don't be wondering, don't be doing things willy-nilly. Align it, tether it to a purpose. You do that, the money will come. But if you don't do it, and the money doesn't come, you're going to be very disappointed. If you do it, whether the money comes or not, you're serving a purpose, not just out here to make a buck. Now, we want to make some money too. We need money to fund these ideas. But you start with a purpose, a vision, and some goals. That's number one. Number two, stay open-minded and be adaptable to changes. Things like new technologies, advances, and changes in the marketplace. You have to be flexible. You can't be fixed and dogmatic. You have to be flexible. Things change, and you have to be able to change along with them. That's part of the business mindset. Number three, you have to surround yourself with people individuals, institutions that are aligned with your aims, your goals, your purpose, your ambitions. And you want to avoid negative and toxic people who may sabotage your goals. So get the right people around you. That's major. Also, what you want to do is prioritize self-discipline, time management. Your time is so valuable. You don't want to waste it on distractions and things that take you off your path. Every other day, somebody's going to come knocking on your door with what they feel like is a major opportunity for you. And it's very tempting, particularly when you're trying to grow a business. But be strict in your discipline. Know where you're trying to go, and that will help guide you and know which opportunities to take advantage of, those to pass on. Number five, be bold. You can't be timid, can't be afraid. You have to take some risk, whether it's in new opportunities, whether it's in marketing and advertising, investments. Be prepared to take some risk. Now, if you're grounded in a purpose and you surround yourself with the right people, you have the right information, then the risks are going to be minimized. So you're not just being taking risks for risk's sake. These are calculated risks. Okay. Now, another thing you have to do, number six, is embrace failure as part of the process. Boy, how many stories have you read about people who have started out with big ambitions and they failed along the way, but they did not give up? It's almost it's almost like part of the requirement, a rite of passage. You have to experience some failures. If you haven't experienced these failures, you probably haven't tried hard enough. I'm just telling you. Lord knows I have my share. I have my scars. So take those failures and help and build upon them. So if first if you don't succeed, you got to rest the story goes. Number seven, never stop learning. Don't stop evolving. Don't stop improving. A quote from one of my favorite clients is a 95-year-old man named Neely Fuller. He says, whenever you ask him how he's doing, he says, I'm still learning. If he's still learning at 95 years old, I'm sure there's a few things that we can learn too. So just don't stop learning. Don't stop evolving. Don't stop growing. That's part of the process. It's part of the mindset of a successful entrepreneur. Number eight is to build strong relationships with customers, partners, vendors, suppliers. These are stakeholders. You're not going to do this alone. People say, well, you can't do it alone. What does that mean? Well, it means you have to lean on your stakeholders. These are people that have a stake in your success. And be circumspect and thoughtful in how you choose your stakeholders, whether it's clients, staff, contractors, suppliers, vendors, agencies you decide to work with, volunteers. You need them. So build those relationships. Number nine is to practice empathy and emotional intelligence when dealing and communicating with people. If you understand people and you can relate to what they're going through, their challenges, their hopes, their dreams, their ambitions, that's going to serve you well. So take some of the, you can't be self-centered. Sometimes that may come natural to us. So we call that emotional intelligence, empathy, understanding other people, their needs and wants, and be communicate with them on that level. If I can put it in a short phrase, just be a decent person. That's part of the mindset of a successful entrepreneur. My number 10 is to strive for excellence. Don't be mediocre. Don't do it just enough to get by. Strive for excellence. Now it's easy to fall into the trap of doing enough. Well, I met the minimum requirements to get this contract or to apply for this grant or whatever. You want to excel. You want to stand out. You want to be above what others are doing. That is the mindset of a true entrepreneur. And so I threw this last one in here. That's why I said the 10 commandments plus one. This last one is very important. So I gave it its own number. Take care of yourself. Not in a selfish kind of way. I mean, take care of your health. Make time for your family. Make some personal time. Exercise, healthy diet, and self-care, mental health. You got to take care of yourself. Sometimes business owners get caught into the trap of, if I just keep running, if I burn the midnight oil, if I'm up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, jump up at 6, I'm going to stay ahead of the race. What have you ever seen a carpenter? A carpenter can't do very well until he sharpens his tools. So when you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to be effective. You're not going to do it. So take care of your number one advocate. That's you. Got to take care of it. So these are my 10 commandments plus one for entrepreneurial success when it comes to the mind. Now, we talk about marketing on this show. We talk about business development. We talk about branding. We talk about technology. We talk about AI. We talk about a plethora of components to business success. But what you're going to hear more often coming from me is making sure your mind is in the right place. Otherwise, this other stuff is talk. I'm just saying. All right. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. And let's see here, Mr. Brown. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. This is the Marketing Pulpit Show. I am Robert Gatewood, your host, here every Friday. I plan to, I'm not sure if I'll be here next week, but if I do, I'll say it again then. But I'm going to wish you a happy holiday. Be safe out there. And also, this time of year, you want to start thinking about 2025 and things you can do in 2025 to improve on what you did in 2024. Things that you might change. Go ahead and jot it down. There's a lot of tools out here that can help you with that. Artificial intelligence, things like that can help you. And when I say artificial intelligence, I'm always going to say include your own personal touch. So let's start getting ready right now for 2025. But before we do that, we have to have a safe holiday season. There's gonna be a lot of parties going on, a lot of events. Enjoy them. Be safe. Drive safely. Look at these as opportunities to nurture relationships, build upon past relationships, and develop new ones as you prepare to go to 2025. If you need a place to go to hang out and get ready for 2025, I invite you to come on out to Martin's Crossing on December 28th. PLE Executive Suites, our number one sponsor of this show, will be celebrating 15 years of being in business. That's quite a milestone. I say hats off to Miss Bernadette Clay and the team. I've been working with them now for most of that 15 years. They've been very good for me, and I hope the feeling is mutual. So I'll be there. I'll be emceeing the event, and of course, my brother will be joining me from North Carolina, providing some live entertainment. So it's going to be a night of celebration, toasting in the new year of opportunities. So I invite you to join us. All right, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you again for tuning in to the Marketing Pulpit Show. Thank the folks over at Radio One for helping launch this platform back 14 years ago. And thank you, the listeners that tune in every week, for making this show the success that it has been. It's part of my mission of building strong businesses in our community so we can put our people to work. I'll be back. I'll see you in the future very soon. Thank you, Mr. Brown, for helping me sign out. And as I always say, if you want to be successful, you have to do the three things. Do the right thing, do it at the right time, and you have to do it right. Enough talk.